Mr. Toastmaster, fellow Toastmasters, most welcome guests. With your permission, I will start with a brief Russian language lesson. The word переживать in Russian, meaning to go through, to live through something, to experience, sounds exactly the same as the word to be afraid of or to worry about. And there is just one letter difference between that word and the word пережидать, which means to wait for something to be over. The lesson ends here because I have no idea if this is just a coincidence or there is some reason for this similarity. But what I do know is that I often find myself in situations where these three things are interconnected. I often just stop living because I'm worried about something and I'm waiting for something to end. And in my head, these situations are connected to an image of a house half built. This image came from a paper I read recently. It's about a small community in Utah where people live in half-built houses, not because the houses are in process of being built or because there is some problem with real estate market. The houses may lack windows or walls, roofs may be patched with duct tape or tar, just because those people believe that the world ends very soon. So they're not motivated to finish their houses. And when I read about this, it was very easy to judge those people, especially from the perspective of years past while they're waiting for this soon to come. But what I realized is that I was and I am living in a half-built house myself, literally. Some time ago, we bought a house, and the real estate agent very proudly called this house a fixer-upper, which means you could buy the house, pay little money or less than you expected, put some time, effort, and money into it, and then sell it for a profit. But the truth is, it was not our goal. We wanted to buy this house and make it our home. And part of the motivation probably came from my husband, who really wanted to apply his alleged skill for this transformation. So we bought the house, and our first priority was and still is to pay the mortgage. So we put the money we could spend into the house to bring it to at least living conditions and to avoid any penalties from homeowner association. And the rest is moving just very slow, step by step and baby steps. And what I suspect is when we finally come to the point where the house is finally built, we will have to go around and start over, because caring for a house is a work in progress, just like life is. And there is always something good or bad to wait for. And it's not always a certain thing. Sometimes we just wait for some uncertainty to clear up. And this brings me to the third type of houses half-built, which symbolize the changes which happened in my home country in the 90s. From that time, we have a lot of houses which were started but never finished, just because that unavoidable, even maybe mediocre certainty we used to live in, it turned into cornucopia of uncertainty. And I can give you an example. I actually was thinking about creating a list of scary details, but I will spare you these details. I'll give you just one example of this unpredictability of tomorrow at that time. You could go to bed and you would not know how much bread would cost next day. Like in 1992, my salary was 100 rubles for months, whatever it means. And less than 2 years later, I became a millionaire. My salary was 12 millions without changing buying power of those money. So there was a lot of uncertainty. And when I was creating this list, I realized that I remember fear. I remember a burden of responsibilities, uncertainty. But what I don't remember is feeling a despair. Why? It was very surprising to me. And I thought maybe because I was young, stupid, or maybe because human memory tends to forget the things, like forget the worst. But what I realized at the end is that I should thank my parents for this, who were like island of stability in the ocean of uncertainty around our family. What they taught me is that you should not tolerate living in a house half built. No matter what happens in your life, you should live to your standard, to your inner standard. Live now and here. Thank you very much.